Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another video. This time around, I'm finally going to be doing my video on my top 10 favorite or best movies of 2015. So, yeah, sorry if I happen to pause a bit more than often. I have some kind of neck pain here, and it's kind of hard to talk a bit. It's also a bit hard to eat and stuff. So yeah. So first off, let's start off with the honorable mentions. And there's so many good films last year. It was really hard to keep some of these away from the top 10, but here are the honorable mentions. And yeah, I believe the honorable mentions are like 10 or 11 movies themselves. So yeah, whatever. And the honorable mentions are okay. So as for the first movie on this list, we have Spotlight. Holy shit. Um Yeah, happy it was nominated for Best Picture, and it truly does deserve the nomination for Best Picture from the Oscars. Truly does deserve it because it is definitely one of the best movies of this year. It was hard placing it at number 10 because there's so many better films this year, and I really wanted to push it up further, but it was just so hard. There's so many other great movies, and the plot and the fact that this is just a true story is in a way disgusting and disturbing because it's basically about the corrupt church and how they did and still do rape children. And then at the end of the film, when they mention some of the other cities in which they found out that priests have molested children or raped children or whatever, you're just crossing your fingers that your city isn't mentioned. And I think they only showed it for the cities in the USA or Miami, in the United States, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to go back and watch the ending. Might as well just go back and watch the whole movie. Such a great movie. But yeah, but I was really hoping. I was thinking it's probably gonna be up there, but please not Miami. Please not Miami. Please not Miami. And fuck me, Miami, Florida. Okay, now on to number 9, which would have to be Shami Tab at number 9. So yeah, this is actually the first Bollywood film I've ever seen, and yeah, I had a great experience. And I actually walked into this movie blind. I didn't even know um what it was about. I just didn't know. It's basically about this mute actor who can't he can't talk. He manages to convince this other guy who could talk if he can be his voice, and he becomes famous because of the voice, and the other guy who's actually making the voice isn't really getting much credit for it or at all. So that was a pretty interesting story. Backstabbing. And I really did enjoy it. Yeah, again, I haven't seen many, or if at all, many Bollywood films. So yeah, as far as Bollywood films go, it's a really great Bollywood film in my opinion. And yeah, it was actually number 1 for a long time, and then it just got dragged down like a fucker to number 9. So yeah, now at number 8 we have. At number 8, we have Kingsman: The Secret Service. Okay, so the church scene probably gave it a spot on the list to begin with, okay? Because holy shit. Church scene was incredible. It kind of reminded me of that bathroom scene from The World's End. So, yeah, and I haven't seen much of Colin Firth as an actor, to be honest. I mean, I know he was in The King's Speech and stuff like that, but I haven't really seen much of him. So it's pretty cool to see him as an action star, and I thought that was pretty good. And the lead actor, the main kid, Joel Edgerton, not Joel. Why am I thinking Joel Edgerton? I don't know. I'm thinking Joel Edgerton, but I sure as hell know that's not the kid's name. the kid who portrays Eggsy in the movie, the main kid, he was really good, and I really do think we're gonna see more out of him as the years go on. Maybe another Kingsman movie, that'd be pretty cool. The action overall was great in my opinion. Probably one of the best action movies of this year. So yeah, Kingsman: The Secret Service. Now on to number 7. My number 7, I feel like it's really underrated to be honest. But at number 7, we have. Okay, at number 7 we have The Walk. Yeah, probably one of the most horrific movies I've seen that's not a horror movie. Holy shit, yeah. Robert Zemeckis, yeah, I mean he's known for stuff like Back to the Future, but I think this is another movie he should be known for because, I mean you're at the Twin Towers like for parts of this movie, and when you're looking down, it's just scary, especially if you're scared of heights like me. That shit is scary, and the special effects for that, the visual effects for that, that is amazing. That is great, and it never really dawned on me that this could be a tribute to 9/11 or anybody from 9/11 or whatever, to like the very literally the last shot of the movie. And even I felt like that was slightly tacked on, but even after that, I felt like that was more my fault because I really wasn't thinking about it. So yeah, but overall, it's a great movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt probably got snubbed at the Oscars for his role as the French dude. So yeah, I feel like he got snubbed there, as was The Walk in general. I feel like this movie got snubbed everywhere. Such an underrated from in my opinion from last year. So yeah, now on to number 6, which would have to be, and it's pretty obvious if you know me, which would have to be Kurt Cobain Montage of Heck, or Cobain Montage of Heck, whatever the fuck it's called right now. Yeah, okay. This is the only documentary on this list. I mean, I think there's one in the honorable mentions. I'm pretty sure there was one in the honorable mentions. I want to say, was there? Maybe. But yeah, Kurt Cobain, Montage Effect. What a great documentary. It basically shows the life, the inner workings of Kurt Cobain, of pre-Nirvana, how he started off with Fecal Matter, his original band, then went on to spawn Nirvana. Turbulence with his life and marriage against Courtney Love. Holy shit. And yeah, and this was one of 2 Kurt Cobain movies that came out this year. The other one being Soaked in Bleach. I felt like very fast. I felt like Soaked in Bleach was also a good movie. That one explored more of his death and conspiracies around it, which I also liked. But this one just explored his whole life, in a sense, and how he grew up, which I feel is more effective, and I really did enjoy it for that. But then again, I am a Kurt Cobain fan. Proof, I have maybe like 50 songs of theirs on my playlist. So, yeah. And very fast, I know it's generic, but my favorite Nirvana song is Smells Like Teen Spirit. Really generic, but whatever. Now, on to number 5, which would have to be Creed. Give me a second. Yeah, Creed. When you want to talk about a movie that got snubbed like a motherfucker at the Oscars, you're talking about Creed. I mean, aside from Sylvester Stallone being nominated for Best Supporting Actor, which he truly does deserve, I'm surprised this movie didn't get nominated for more stuff, like Best Screenplay, Original Screenplay, Best Leading Actor for Michael B. Jordan, Best Picture in general, Best Director. I mean, Ryan Coogler, holy shit, I haven't seen Fruitvale Station yet, which also happens to have Michael B. Jordan. I really want to see it after that, and he's apparently going to be making the next, or he's going to be directing the Black Panther movie. So, yeah, holy shit. Creed, definitely a movie that got snubbed in the Oscars. I mean, yeah, I feel like Sylvester Stallone, as Best Supporting Actor is just one of those nominations I feel is just going to be locked in, similar to Best Actor with DiCaprio. I feel like Best Supporting Actors, it will go to Sylvester Stallone. I'm going to be shocked if it goes to anybody aside from Sylvester Stallone. So yeah, and number 4 would have to be Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Yeah, don't kill me for this not being number one. There's actually three more movies I actually liked more than Star Wars: The Force Awakens. So yeah, but I will have to say this is probably the best experience I've had in a movie theater. Period. Okay. Yeah, I fucking love Star Wars. And seeing the characters back again, Han, Leia. I mean, even Luke for like the 2 seconds he was on screen, that was great. Chewie, R2D2, and C3PO. C3PO has a bunch of funny ass lines like, "Oh, hi Han Solo. You probably didn't recognize me because of the red arm. This is C3PO or some shit like that." That was hilarious. And even the new characters like Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, they were pretty cool. Many people love Rey. I love her too, but I feel like I'm a bigger fan of Finn, just slightly more. I think I enjoy Finn slightly more. So yeah, but then you have a few duds like Captain Phasma. She looks cool. They could have done more with her. Apparently Traitor is apparently a bigger and better character than her. So yeah, Traitor. Yeah, the action is just great. And I talked about Kingsman being one of the best action movies of last year. This may be the best action movie of 2015. Yeah, and the special effects are great. Kind of sad that Star Wars has kind of just been relegated to the special effects and technical awards in the Oscars. Best sound mixing, sound editing, visual effects, special effects, whatever. I feel like it could have gone for a bit more. Maybe best picture, best directing. I mean, maybe best supporting role, best actor in a supporting role for Harrison Ford for Han Solo. Because holy shit. Yeah, I feel like it should have been nominated for a bit more. But for what it got nominated, I'm okay with. Yeah, fucking Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Fuck yeah. On to number 3, which would have to be Straight Outta Compton, crazy motherfucking name, Ice Cube. From the hood with nothing with attitude. I don't fucking know anymore. But yeah, Straight Outta Compton is my third favorite movie of 2015. Yeah, I suck at rapping. So yeah. Oh, this is probably one. I didn't know this movie was gonna in 2014 when I made my list for most anticipated movies of 2015. I had no idea this movie was gonna come out. If I had watched the trailer by then, this definitely would have been on that list, probably like within top 5 or whatever. So yeah, holy shit, this movie was exhilarating. This was great. Holy fuck. And the casting is just perfect. And you have Ice Cube's son playing Ice Cube. And for a second you feel that's gonna be like nepotism or nepotistic or whatever, but no, it actually fucking works. I mean, he looks like Ice Cube, but no shit, he's a son. So fuck yeah. But then you have like Corey Hawkins playing Dr. Dre, who's on The Walking Dead now. So speaking of The Walking Dead, Neil Brown Jr., who played Guillermo on like season 1 of The Walking Dead, is DJ Yella, I believe, in the movie. So and then you have people like Paul Giamatti, playing Heller or whatever, the producer or whatever. Holy shit! Paul Giamatti played 2 music producers this year. One in Love and Mercy, which I thought he was good at, and one in Straight Outta Compton, which I fucking loved. Easy, I forget the actor for Easy, but he was great. That guy probably should have received a nomination for Best Actor or something, because all he should again, Straight Outta Compton, another movie that I feel just got snubbed like a fucker in the Oscars, aside from original screenplay, which I'm even shocked that I got nominated for original screenplay. That's not to say because the screenplay was bad; it was fantastic. I'm just shocked that the Oscars even recognized it. That's the thing. So yeah, I mean, I definitely do feel like it should have gotten some acting nominations, Best Picture and Best Director. I think it could have gone that far. Now would it have won against Best Picture and Best Director? Probably not. It would have been interesting, but probably not. Best Picture will probably go to either The Martian or The Revenant, to be honest, or Spotlight. I could see it going on to Spotlight, but aside from that, the other movies are for the most part good, but I don't think are deserving of that title. Especially The Big Short. Why the fuck was that nominated? Now on to number 2, which would have to be Ex Machina. Holy shit. I'm not gonna lie, this was number 1 till more or less like the final week of December, more give or take. Yeah, Ex Machina. Holy shit. Talk about thought provoking. Okay. It's a love story with a robot, and it's like a love triangle. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, you think for a second that Oscar Isaac is the one, because there's only 3 characters. The robot, there's Alicia Vikander's the robot, Domhnall Gleeson as the intern, or whatever, and then Oscar Isaac as the boss. And it seems like everybody was manipulating each other throughout the whole movie. I mean, obviously, one person came out on top, and I'm not gonna spoil who it is, but holy shit, that was a real thought-provoking film. Definitely one of the best of the year. I'm surprised it got recognized in the Oscars. It's one of those movies I'm surprised it got as recognized in the Oscars as it did, because it is an independent film. So I was really shocked. I'm not sad about it. I'm actually really happy about it. But again, it's one of those movies that I feel it could have been nominated for Best Picture, could have been nominated for Best Director, Best Acting. Like Alicia Vikander, she got nominated for Best Acting in Danish Girl. I haven't seen Danish Girl, but many people say that her performance here in Ex Machina beats the one she gave in Danish Girl. So yeah, I think it would have been better if they would have nominated Alicia Vikander for this role rather than Danish Girl. But then again, I haven't seen Danish Girl yet. Probably won't anytime soon, considering I'm already doing this list. So yeah, yeah, pretty interesting. And Oscar Isaac, I mean, he was in 2 movies. How many movies was he in this year? I mean, he had this Ex Machina. He had fucking Star Wars: The Force Awakens. So holy shit. And now he's gonna be fucking Apocalypse. So yeah, Oscar Isaac. And then Domhnall Gleeson, he was also in Star Wars. I didn't realize Domhnall Gleeson was in Star Wars till the credits roll. So yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, Ex Machina, definitely, it's a stunning film, and it's a directorial debut for Alex Garner, I believe. Definitely a great way to start off your film career. Yeah, that was a great movie. So yeah, just basically to go over it very fast. My honorable mentions are Steve Jobs, Run Away With Me, The Martian, Paper Towns, Dope, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, Mad Max Fury Road, Southpaw, Irrational Man, The Good Dinosaur, Victoria, Sicario, and then with my numbers 10 through 2 are Spotlight, Shamitab, Kingsman, The Secret Service, The Walk, Kurt Cobain, Montage of Heck, Creed, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Straight Outta Compton, and Ex Machina. So what the fuck is number 1? Well, let's be honest, it's the film that everybody's talking about this year, or last year, better said. It's the one that we all hope will finally give fucking Leonardo DiCaprio the goddamn Oscar. And I feel like it's kind of the cheat when DiCaprio comes out with a fucking film, because odds are it's going to be on my top 10, and sometimes it's going to be in my top 1. For example, at number 1, we have the Revenant. Holy shit. I mean, if you want to talk about thought-provoking with Ex Machina, try The Revenant. That was thought-provoking as shit. As I said before, I feel like it's kind of a cheat when DiCaprio comes out with a movie, because odds are it's going to be my top 10 favorite movies of that year. DiCaprio's my favorite actor. There's no secret on that. And there's no denying that I love DiCaprio. He already passed part 1, getting nominated for the Oscars. I swear to God, if he fucking loses to like Michael Fassbender this year, people are gonna fucking riot. Okay, now it's not to say that Michael Fassbender's Steve Jobs was great. I mean, fuck, it's in my honorable mentions, but like, I'm just saying, give this guy the Oscar. I mean, I talked about Straight Outta Compton. The guy who played Easy should have been nominated for Best Actor. Same with Creed, Michael B. Jordan. He should be nominated for Best Actor. I think they should be nominated, but if you want to ask me who the fuck deserves to win this year, it's fucking DiCaprio. Shit. And then you have Tom Hardy, which came out of nowhere with a fucking nomination. Yeah, why not? Give Tom Hardy a nomination. Would he have been my first choice to give a nomination? Probably not, but when you actually think about it, he does deserve a nomination. And the major complaint for many people when it came to Tom Hardy in this film, that they couldn't understand him. And I understand the complaint. There were a few times where I couldn't understand him, but I felt like that was just part of the character, because he's so disorganized and just so out there, like, not, weird and out there, but I feel like he's just so crazy, like PTSD shit. So I felt like it made a bit sense that they couldn't understand him, so I loved that. And yeah, I described my story going into like I said, Star Wars: The Force Awakens was an experience. Here's another experience. You know, like most, like the majority of these movies were an experience to go to. Even some of the ones in the honorable mentions, they were an experience to go through. But I feel like when it comes to like experience, like an event, I'd say Star Wars was probably there as an event, and same thing with The Revenant. I felt like it was an event. Like there's difference between just having fun at the movies, which you'd have with stuff like Kingsman: The Secret Service or Mad Max Fury Road, or even stuff like Dope, Dope or Irrational Man, or stuff like that. There's stuff called having fun at the movies, just watching the movie. Okay, there's enjoying the movie. Okay, something like Cobain Montage of Heck, or Paper Towns. Okay, then there's experiencing the movie, in my opinion. Stuff like Ex Machina, straight out of content, and even some of the honorable mentions, such as The Irrational Man. And then there's the actual event, where it just feels like an event where everything has to be perfect in order for this to be, everything has to be like set into motion to be perfect. And I feel like this is one of those movies. It felt more of an experience. It felt like an event, and I feel like The Revenant is the one true film that actually gave me that event feeling. Like Star Wars, I could honestly flip flop between that being an experience and an event. I mean, because I just had so many mixed emotions going into that movie. But I feel The Revenant is definitely one of those films in which I could call an event, and I just fucking loved that film. And I will say, again, it's kind of a cheat when DiCaprio comes out with the movie, because I just love all of his movies, from The Revenant, Wolf of Wall Street, to Titanic, Blood Diamond, The Aviator, The Departed, anything he's ever done. Holy shit. Yeah, I think this is his most. I think out of all the roles he's ever done, I think this is his most difficult role yet. Because for those who don't know, he's a vegetarian. Yet he still ate some raw ass liver bison for that role. He was like, I'm a vegetarian, but for the character, fuck this. I'm gonna eat meat even if it kills me. And he went under hypothermia for a long while of this movie. Like this movie could have possibly fucking killed him. Okay, this movie straight up could have just killed him. So yeah, and again, if he loses the best actor nomination to, like, I don't know, Michael Fassbender or whatever. Or whatever. I mean, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm just gonna straight up lose my shit if he loses to, like, actually, who are the other nominees in Best Actor? I forgot. I know it's like DiCaprio and Michael Fassbender, but I forgot who the other ones are. Yeah, Matt Damon. I think Matt Damon could give him a run for his money, but then again, you know what I mean. Yeah, DiCaprio. You have Eddie Redmayne, The Danish Girl. Haven't seen The Danish Girl, but I feel like it's kind of a cheat because he won last year. And then we have Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender for Steve Jobs, Eddie Redmayne. Is that it? Yeah, that's 5 nominations. Eddie Redmayne, Michael Fassbender, Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, and yeah, Trumbo, Bryan Cranston. Really? I don't know. Haven't seen Trumbo. I just searched up Best Actors 2016, Best Actor Oscar 2016. That's how I know. I haven't seen Trumbo. Haven't seen Danish Girl, but I don't know. I just don't feel like those are even up to Best Actor quality, in my opinion. Then again, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. I can't be trashing on them. But yeah, this is gonna be a movie that, if it doesn't get the recognition it deserves, people are gonna shit their fucking pants. Okay, people are gonna be pissed shitless, including me, if this doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Primarily, Best Picture, Director, and Actor. Okay, I mean, any of its other. I mean, there are some questionable nominations that got, like, Best. I don't know, was it visual effects or something like that? I feel like that one's somewhat questionable. But for the most part, it deserves at least those 3. For nothing else, it deserves those 3 awards: Picture, Director, and Actor. And if I have to choose one, if it can only win one award during this season, it would for me personally, it would have to go to DiCaprio. Give him the fucking Oscar already. Okay, I will straight up riot my. Yo, you want to see me rant? I've done a few movie reviews in which I rant. But if you want to see me like rant real fucking hard, let's see if DiCaprio loses the Oscar. Okay. Um, then I'm gonna start hating a few people. Yeah, I really don't. I mean, yeah, Oscar's so white. Eh, I have mixed feelings about that Oscar controversy. Very fast. I very fast. I feel like there were black actors who were nominated for best actor or actresses supporting or whatever. I feel like there were. However, I feel like it's more over. I feel it's more talent over race. However, you can't deny that there are some nominations from colored actors that deserve to be recognized. So and then the one thing that kind of pisses me off about the controversy very fast is the fact that the president Cheryl Boone or whatever, or Cheryl Isaac Boone or whatever, she can't really talk, to be honest. She is funny because she has to talk, but at the same time, she legitimately should not be talking because she's the president, so hence she has to talk about the controversy. But she's black, she cannot talk because then she looks like a fucking hypocrite. Okay, um, same shit with last year. Okay, so yeah, but I will say if if the Oscars go white for like a third year next for the 2017 Oscars, people are really gonna shit their pants. So yeah, my little rant on the Oscars, whatever. My hair looks messy. So yeah, that's basically it for now for my top 10 favorite or best movies of 2015. Just to go over the list once more, for honorable mentions, we have Steve Jobs, Run Away with Me, The Martian, Paper Towns, Dope, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, Mad Max Fury Road, Southpaw, Irrational Man, The Good Dinosaur. Yeah, I like The Good Dinosaur more than Inside Out. Screw me, sue me, whatever. Victoria and Sicario. As for the top 10, we have Spotlight, Shami Top, Kingsman: The Secret Service, The Walk, Kurt Cobain Montage of Heck, Creed, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Straight Outta Compton, Ex Machina, and The Revenant. So yeah, what are your top 10 favorite movies of last year of 2015? Comment on that down below. Let me know. I know it's late. So yeah, and look out soon for my top 10 worst movies of 2015. That one's gonna be fun. Holy shit. So yeah, and I will leave a link down below for those who want to check out, or links down below for those who want to check out every single review for all these movies, for all, 20 something movies, because with the honorable mentions. Let's see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. For all 22 movies I have here. So yeah, so that means 12 honorable mentions. Interesting. So yeah, and get ready for my worst of the year, because that's gonna be fun. Want to see me rant? You're gonna see me rant, especially within like the top 3 or top 2 at the very least. Bye bye. This is Daniel Mart signing off.